How are you, my friends? In this video, I will present 10 additional solved questions related to order of operations. Some of them are simple, medium, little difficult, challenging, and you can see other questions similar in the playlist called Order of Operations. So these questions about order of operations. Just to remind you here, if you need to read, to simplify an expression using order of operations, you have to take the numerator separate and the denominator separate, do any parentheses or square brackets, start with the inside. I have mentioned this before, just to remind you, apply all exponents and roots, then do multiplication, division as they occur from left to right. When you finish all these, you can do additions and subtractions from left to right. Okay, let's start. Just 1 second before we start, I would like to remind you, because we have to use this in many questions, when we divide two fractions, a over b divided by c over d, then we leave the first fraction, and then we multiply. See, this division becomes multiplication by the reciprocal, we call it reciprocal of CD, which is D over C. Now, there is no name for this formula, I think. I will call it RDF. So R means reciprocal. Use reciprocals when dividing two fractions. So let's go and say use RDF. So RDF means use reciprocal when you divide two fractions. Now, let's go. Evaluate the following expressions. Maybe the first one, simple, medium. 10 minus 48 divided by 2 cubed times 5 plus 88. Now, if you don't know the rules, you can go back and see the rules here, the steps in the order of operations, or you can try. I advise you, even these whole 10 questions, pause the video a little and then try it yourself. You can check how much you know of this order of operations. If you can get the correct answer, excellent. If not, you can find maybe a simple mistake in addition or in the power. So let's see the first one. Ready? Let's go. The first one, I think the answer, let's see, look at the answer first. 68 if you tried. If not, let's go and start. So I'll apply first the exponent here. I see the exponent, 2 cubed, that's 8 here. And there's division, there's multiplication, there's addition, and there's subtraction. Subtraction I leave, addition I leave. Then after the power, I have to say here division, multiplication. I cannot multiply. I have to divide first because we go from left to right. So 48 divided by 8 is 6. Then we multiply by 5, that's 30, and there is a minus. See, the 10 stays at the end of the question, and the 88 stays there. So 10 minus 30 minus 20 plus 88 is 68 is the correct answer. That's the simplest question in this video, I think. Let's see number 2. Can you try number 2, please? There is a nice idea inside. 100 divided by 20 minus 5 squared divided by 25 minus 3 cubed. Okay, if you have tried, by this time, maybe you need to see the answer. Let's go to question 1B. Now, I consider these 3 questions here. If you don't find 10 questions at the end, this is considered question 1, question 2, question 3, all included in question number 1, because they are questions. Now, the answer here is 10. I think this is a little tricky. Okay, 20 minus, see the power here, we start with the power, then the brackets, 5 squared. This is not plus 25. Many students, they write here plus, it's a minus 25 because the squared on the 5, not on the minus 5. And also, we don't see any bracket. So the base here only 5. So 20 minus 25. Now 25 minus 3 cubed is 27. 3 times 3 times 3. I have seen students, they're writing 9 here. That's a big mistake. Now let's subtract inside the brackets. That's a minus 5, and that is a minus 2. Now we have two divisions. Look here, two divisions. I have to start with the first division, use RDF. So 100 divided by minus 5, divided by minus 2 over 1. So now I have A over B. See the first division, this is the division here. Now the second one in the formula RDF, A over B divided by C over D will be A over B times D over C, 1 over minus 2. So the minus will go and the answer is 10. Nice question, maybe. Let's see the third one, a little more difficult. 7 over this cube root of 125 plus minus 4 squared over 5, 1 over 10 to the power minus 1, square root of 1 over 0.01. Let's see, you can try it, please, and then we can see the answer in a minute. Okay, so we need the value, one number there, the whole question number C, question number 1, C part is one number. Let's see the answer. Minus 9 over 5. Did you get that? Okay, let's see. Now start one by one. 7 over cube root of 125 is 5. Simple. Remember we mentioned this in the other question. Minus 4 squared. You cannot write 16. It's minus 16. And since we have a plus here from the question, so this plus with the minus becomes minus. Just to mention here, if we have a minus in the question, with this minus, it becomes plus. Just a little note. Now, 10 to the power minus 1, see here, 1 over 10. So 1 over 10 is that, this is a 10 with a minus. Now, let's go here. Under the radical, 1 over 0.01. This one is 1 over 100. So 1 over 100 is 100. So square root of 100 is 10. So they cancel. You see these nice numbers, just a 0. Minus 10 plus 10. So now, and also, I made it easy for you here, the same denominator, 7 minus 16 over 5, because the same denominator. Maybe in other questions, in other exams, you can see here maybe 5 and 4, 5 and 15, 3 and 2. So you have to find LCD. We will see one question after a few minutes. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2, I don't know if it looks ugly. It is not that ugly, actually. And believe it or not, I will tell you from where I get this question. Most of the question, I made it myself. But this question from grade 7, from my son's book, grade 7. Just let's find the value for this. Please, you can pause the video a little and then see 21 times, this is a times, because the dot in the middle, times 11 over 4 plus 18 minus etc. 3 cubed in the bracket, 7 times 8, 7 plus 9 minus 7 minus 8 times 9 over 3 divided by 3. Just let's get the whole answer as a nice number. I promise this is a nice answer. Did you try? Okay, let's go. Let's see, the answer is a little surprise. It is a 0. Did you get that? The final answer, the value of all this expression is 0. Now there is something here, important math advice. This is the important math advice from me. Just take this advice. Simplify before you multiply. See, 21 times 11. If you multiply, you get a big number. But you see here, 4 plus 18, you can add to 22. So I see now, cancel 11, 22 over 21 over 2. Easy without any multiplication, especially if you don't have a calculator in the exam or at home. Just try to simplify. Remember this rule. Simplify, it's an advice actually. Simplify always before you multiply. Let's see now, this one, 3 cubed inside the bracket, 27. 3 times 8 is 24, times the 2 outside, leave it. Look here, 7 times 8 divided by 7 plus 9. Here we can add easily 16, and then we can cancel the 8. So that will be 7 over 2. You see that here. Also, 9 divided by 3, cancel by 3. So 8 times 3. See, this is 8 times 3 divided by 3. Now, let's proceed now. 21 over 2 minus 27 minus 24, 3 times 2, which becomes here minus 6. 7 over 2, this one here, remember, divide by 8, up and down. Simplify, cancel by 8, 7 over 2 minus 7. See, this one we have to make LCD in the bracket, 2 and 2, so it will be 7 minus 14 over 2, which is minus 7 over 2, and there is a minus outside, it becomes plus 7 over 2. Now, minus 6 minus 8 is minus 14. See, this is also, the LCD is the same. I'm trying to help. So 21 plus 7 is 28 over 2, 14 minus the 14, and the whole value is 0. Okay, let's see another one. More challenging question. I wish you can try this and compare your answer with the next slide to see. You have all this bunch, all these numbers in the bracket divided by powers. Try it, please, and see if you can get the correct answer. I hope so. Now, ready? Let's go. The answer, I don't remember the answer, but let me see. 17 is the answer. Waiting for you. Let's see here. Let's leave the 1. Now I go in the radicals here. Cube root of minus 1. So what is the number multiplied by itself 3 times? Minus 1 equals minus 1. Now this one, 4th root of 10,000. This is 10 to the power 4, so that's a 10. Now 2, remember this division, it's there. 2 cubed is 8, 3 squared is 9. Now here we have 3 squared is 9 plus 2 cubed is 8. Here we can add and here we can subtract. So on the other side, after division, we have minus 1 over 17. Let's go back. 7 plus 11 times 1, so this is minus 11, minus 11, minus 10, minus 21. Minus 21 plus 7, minus 14 over 7, which is minus 2. So 1 minus 2 in the bracket, which is 1 minus 2 is what? Minus 1 over 1. Then you can use RDF. Okay, so minus 1 over 1 times 17 over minus 1, which is 17. Another challenge. Question number 4. I wrote here nice, and I think it's nice. You can tell me if this is nice question or not nice question. There are so many things inside this question. I gave you here, capital A is a number with some fractions here. Capital B is another number. I need the value of A over B. So it's very clear that you have to go to A and then simplify it until you get some fraction or a number. Now go and visit B, try it until you get another number. Then you divide A over B. Probably we have fractions. Now let's look at A. See, there is a little ideas in A, some little ideas here I want you to make sure you understand. A equals 3 2/3 plus 3 times 2 over 3. This is not the same, you see? This is multiplication because we have a multiplication. So we read this 3 2/3. We call it mixed number. This one 3 times 2/3. That's a fraction. 2/3 times 3 and 3/1. So a fraction times a fraction. Plus 13 bracket 5/6. Now what do we do with the 13 here? This one here, the last term, you see this last term, the same as this term. See, we have times and here we have bracket. So that's the same, just to show you, these are the same and this is different. So try to figure out, please, what is A, the value for the A, and the value for the B. Now on the next slide only I found maybe A, and then the slide after for B, then we divide. Let's go to A. Try to figure it out, please, if you have some time. Let's see the A. Now this is the A from the previous slide. Take A by separate number. This is a mixed number. We call it mixed number. You can see there is a video on basic math terms part 2, and there is a series also of basic math terms part 2. You can see the definition and how we do this. Now 3 2/3, we do it like this. We multiply 3 and 3 plus the 2/3. See, the first number here, the first part, first term is 11. 3 times 3, 9 plus 2, 11/3, the first one. While the second two, 3 times this and 13 times this, are fraction multiplication. Just 3/1 times 2/3, 13/1 times 5/6. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. And here we can cancel, you see that? So that's 2/1 in the middle. The last one will be 65/6, big number. Just leave it now. So when you simplify the 3 terms, see in A we have term 1, term 2, term 3. 3 terms. 11/3 plus 2/1 plus 65/6. Now look at the LCD here. We have to find the LCD. It's very clear now. The LCD is 6. So this one we leave it. We have to make this one 6. We have to make this one 6 on the next slide. You can continue to find A. So A, after we find the LCD 6, is 33/2. So multiply, let's go back a little. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2, 22/6. Multiply by 6, 12/6. So when you add, you get here 99/6. We can divide by 3, 2, and divide by 3 is 33. Now to simplify B, I think you have done it or not. You can try 11/8. It's not that difficult. Check the powers, check the division until you get 11/8. Now we come to the last part. Use RDF, division. You see A is 33/2, B 11/8. So that's a fraction over a fraction. Leave the first fraction, multiply by the reciprocal, 8/11, cancel 11 here, 3, cancel the 2 is 4, so the answer is 12. A/B is 12. If you have any comments on this question, you can tell me. This is a nice question. Let's see number 5. Not difficult. I can call this question a medium question before we finish the other ones. There's more difficult than this one. You can try this. I think easily you can get the answer. Some division, some powers. See, this is a big power here. You have to deal with that. You see here what's inside the bracket first you have to do. 2 cubed and then minus 3 squared. We have seen this many times. Let's see the answer. Ready to see the answer? Did you try it? Let's go. The final answer for this question is 1/70. Let's see, go inside the bracket. The whole trick, it lies here, see? 8, 2 cubed is 8, 3 squared is 9. 8 minus 9 is minus 1 to the power 65. See, this 65 is an odd number. So the power will be like minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, multiply by minus 1, 65 times, you get minus 1. Suppose you have 66 or 62, an even number, it will be plus 1. Now let's go at the beginning. We cannot add here 6 plus 4. No. Cannot add. First, we go to division. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then we have all addition, subtraction. So 6 plus 2, 8 minus 1, 7 over 10. That's there. 36 minus 25. That's 11 over 35. And the minus 1. Now here we have to find the LCD. The LCD, there is a whole video how to find the LCD. Many examples there. Just look for LCD, or you can go to the playlist called Dealing with Fractions. You can find many questions about LCD, simple, medium, difficult. So 10 is 5 times 2, 35 is 5 times 7. So the smallest number in the least common denominator is 70. So to make this 70 multiply by 7, to make this 70 multiply by 2, to make this 70 multiply by 70. So 49 plus 22 minus 70 is 1. See this one here, 71 minus 70, 1 over 70 is the answer for this nice question number 5. Now, number 6 is a little challenging. I'm not sure if you will like it, but I like it so much. 3 over 4, inside the bracket, I have 2.3 dash minus 1 all squared plus minus half all to the power minus 3 plus minus 1 over 3 all to the power minus 2. Now, I think the problem lies here. This is easy, this is easy, this is easy fraction here. 2.3 dash. If you don't know what is dash, I will tell you now. 2.33333. It's a repeating number. So that's a rational number here. 2.3 dash, it's a repeating. That means there is a fraction equals to that number. Now, after you find the fraction, minus 1, subtract 1. Or you can subtract from the beginning, as I did in this video, 2.3 dash minus 1. I subtract 1, so it becomes 1.3 dash. You square it. Now, before, there is no need to multiply and hassle. Just find the fraction equals to 1.3. I will show you on the next slide. You can try it yourself if you know the idea. Also, there is a whole video on how to convert these repeating decimals. Convert, just look for convert repeating decimals into fractions. Many examples, simple, medium, difficult, and very difficult. Okay, let's go. So first I subtracted 2 minus 3 dash minus 1. See, this is 1.3 dash. Easy, convert to a fraction. So I will show you now the method here. Let x equals this number here, 1.3 dash. Let's call it A, equation A. Multiply by 10. If you multiply by 10, because the repeating part is one number, 3, 3. If you have 3, 5, 3, 5, or 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, multiply by 100. Now multiply by 10, I get 13.33333. Let's call it equation B. Now subtract B minus the A. Find B minus the A, which is 10x minus the x here, 13.3 dash minus 1.3 dash. All the repeating decimals will cancel. So 13 minus 1, this is 12, and this is 9x. So easy now. X will be 12 over 9, cancelled by 3. It will be 4 over 3. So all this here inside the bracket is 4 over 3. So let's simplify the first term. 3 over 4, it's given in the question. 4 over 3, square it. So it will be 16 over 9. When you simplify by 3, simplify by 4, you get 4 over 3 is the first term. You see the first term here, this is the first term. I will do the second and the third. The first term, all the first term is 4 over 3. One slide here, you can see it. So leave that one, 4 over 3. Can you try, please, to continue here? Find minus half to the power minus 3 and minus 1/3 to the power minus 2. Add all together with 4 over 3 and leave your answer to check it with my answer. Ready? Let's go. And the final answer you should get is 7 over 3. Let's see. I have explained in the previous slide here, 4 over 3 is the first one. Now let's use this rules of exponent. A over b to the power minus n. Remember, if you have a minus in the power, we invert the fraction b over a and we leave the power. See, the power and the minus, we invert it. So minus 1 over 2 becomes 2 over minus 1. And then we leave the same power, 3. So this one, minus 1 over 3. 3 over minus 1, we leave the power 2. Now this power 3 is odd, so it's minus 8. Because this is like minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. This one, minus 3, inside the bracket is 9. So minus 8 plus 9 is only 1, which is 3 over 3. So the final answer is 7 over 3. Two more questions, slightly different. Let's see question 7 and 8. Remember, the first question was A, B, C, 3 parts. So altogether is 10, just to remind you. Now, A is 3, B is 2. Maybe this is, I don't know, easier, more difficult, little challenging. A to the power minus 1 minus B to the power minus 1 divided by AB to the power minus 1 plus AB all in the bracket to the power minus 1. Just replace the value of A3, the value of B2, and get me the final answer for this question. I hope you can get it. You can pause the video, please, here. I will give you some time for 7 and 8 to try it. Just pause the video, try it. Maybe 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you can come back and see the answer. You check yourself. Let's see the final answer. I think one slide, maybe. One slide. Minus 1 over 10 is the final answer. Okay, so a to the power minus 1, 1 over a, remember that, minus b to the power minus 1, 1 over b. And here there is a little trick here. AB power minus 1, and this is AB all. See, the power minus 1 only on the b, so 1 over b times the a, so a over b. But this one in the whole bracket, the base is AB, 1 over AB. Now we have a is simple number 3 and b is simple number 2. I put here for you the formula for the negative exponents, a to the power minus n, 1 over a to the power n. So 1 over a, 1 over 3, minus 1 over b, 1 over 2. The LCD here is 6, and 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, so minus 1 over 6. A is 3, remember, b is 2. Here we multiply AB all together, so that's 1 over 6. Multiply here by 3 multiplied by 3, 9 plus 1, 10 over 6. Now use RDF, minus 1 over 6 times 6 over 10. The final answer, minus 1 over 10. Maybe this is a medium question. Now, the last one will be really nice. I will not say challenging, but it's nice question. Absolute value of yx cubed plus x to the power y, this is all inside the absolute value, plus 5 to the power x plus y, all divided by y plus 4y divided by x minus 7x. X is minus 2, y is 2. I think it's more difficult than question number 7, for sure. Now, what is the big mistake some students might do here? You cannot add here y plus 4y. See, I put this on purpose. Y plus 4y, you cannot add, you cannot say 5y, or here you cannot subtract x minus 7x. You have to divide first. So you can replace every x with minus 2, every y with 2, and go slowly. I will help you in this one. I know it's easy. 5 to the power x. X is minus 2 plus y is 2. See, 5 to the power 0. So that's all 1. Well, I'll give you some help. Now try this, and you can see the answer on the next slide. Please at least try this question number 8 before you see the solution. Ready? Let's go. The final answer is 13 over 12. Did you get that? I hope. Now let's go. Y is only the 2. The x, see x cubed. That means we cube all the x, so we have to put brackets. X now is minus 2 to the power y is 2. This is 0, 5 power 0. I already told you about that. This is 1. Now, minus 2 cubed times the 2 is minus 16 plus 4. So inside the absolute value, we have minus 12 in the absolute value, which becomes positive number. So 12 plus 1. Now, in the denominator here, we have 4 times the y. 4 times the y is the 8, divided by minus 2. So this will be minus 4. So 2 minus 4 is minus 2 plus the 14 is 12. 13 in the denominator. 13 over 12 is the final answer for question number 8. Now, thank you for watching. If you did not subscribe, you can do it now, and you can share the video with others. Give me any comments, and I wish I can see you in another video with another topic. Thank you very much.